Welcome to another day trading for income training video from A4TG. Today we are in the Russell 2000 E-mini using 550 and 133 tick charts to identify our opportunities. Our trading strategy rules include taking trades that are either trending, counter trend trades, or reversals. Our trade management rule is 9 contracts scaling in with 3 contracts at a time, and we take the first 2 contracts off with 5 and 10 tick profit stops, and we're going to trail that last contract with a 9 tick trailing stop. We place our stop losses automatically at 10, 12, and 15 ticks, but as always we're going to aggressively move our stops when we go green on a trade, typically to +1 or +2. As always, we begin with a big picture outlook in order of the markets, 1500T, EMAs, and 550T. Today we are biased to the upside due to strong upside from overnight and pre-market news and positive reports. Our market charts are all on the upper end of the Keltner channel, and they look long and strong, as does our 1500T. We should never be surprised how the market behaves, but typically we would expect some sort of gap fill at the open, but we didn't see one this morning. So as we start off looking at our 1500T chart, again we see a big gap up in the morning, and what we're seeing now is some sort of consolidation around this period. So this is where we're going to focus on right now, and it's safe to say that a lot of people, and I talk to members all the time, that are afraid to go long when they see this big open in the morning, and they're just looking for counter trend trades, they're looking for a reversal, and you know, two things to that. We're letting our bias dictate our trading. We can't do that. You know, the cliche of trade what we see, not what we think, really applies in this case. So we really have to be patient and see if there's a continuation or not, because a lot of times there's a lot of people that are short up here, folks. So we don't want to, you know, keep guessing and picking tops, which is what we're really talking about, because there will be some velocity if this guy takes off. Okay, so we're going to jump over to our 550. So what we're looking for here is some sort of break in this consolidation. I mean, right now we're trade biased because we do see a big consolidation. The squeeze isn't really behaving. Our holy grail is pointing to the downside, and on our 550T we're just kind of bouncing around. You can see it's very choppy at this point. The 133 holy grail isn't telling us a heck of a lot. So we're going to, you know, based on everything that's going on with our big market outlook, we're looking for upside at this point. There's really nothing telling us that there's a short opportunity. We're very close to the moving averages. That also helps us kind of lean towards not going short. So right now, again, we're kind of neutral on this. So we're looking for a break above this guy. So let's go ahead and see if we can get filled right around 725.8. So we're going to go ahead and place ourselves a limit right above this guy. And you know, here's where the patience once again comes in. Okay, so let's step back. Big picture outlook. Pretty much all of our screens are consolidating right around the high of the day. So we're trade bias or neutral at this point, although we are leaning towards the upside. And the big reason I'm leaning towards the upside is, again, crowd sentiment. A lot of people right now are probably trying to pick tops, trying to get out of here. So if we do break out of this consolidation pattern, I would imagine it's going to run pretty nicely. So let's look at our squeeze. Let's look at our holy grail. Although things are tight, you can see that we're at the upper end of that channel, which is still signaling that there's long opportunity here. All right, but again, we just have to be patient and see if we get taken out. We have a limit order just above the swing high, and we're going to try and scale in. What I like here also is that if we do scale in, we can actually tighten our stops. So it'll be right around here, which is a kind of a sub consolidation area. So it's not it's not like we're risking a lot of points here on our stop. So let's just, as always, we got to be patient and see how this works out. Okay, the 133 Holy Grail is participating. It's telling us that, as we can see in the price pane, that the prices do want to go up. Again, the Holy Grail on the 550 is still upward bias, but not a heck lot going on. You see the consolidation on the 550 tick. So I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to bounce and test down here, but let's see what happens. So I'm sure I'm going to get the questions of why we didn't trigger here, being that this is a PBF directional bar trigger, but as you can see, we really don't get confirmation on the squeeze. You know, this would be a very aggressive entry, but we're just going to wait for confirmation, because again, and that whole crowd sentiment thing means a lot for oh, okay, we just got filled at 725.8. So in order to scale in, I'm going to try and get at least a couple fills, see if we can get filled on both of these, and we'll have our 9 contracts, and then we're going to let the trade play out. Okay, so we are in we are short 6 contracts. I'm going to try and get our full 9. I thought we got filled, but we didn't. So now we just got to see how this plays out. Okay, we're in 9 contracts now. I'm sorry, we're long 9 contracts. And we just see how this trade plays out. We got to give it some room. On the 550, we see a blue bar forming. Our PBF trigger here is, you know, where we want to see this guy run above the high in the consolidation area. Okay, we're in the money. We're going to move our stop up a little bit here. Hope to see this trade take off to the upside. Okay, we're definitely getting some movement here. We're up on this trade $400. Get into our area where we're going to start taking some profits. Okay, we are at the high day. So, but we got nice tight stops. We're trailing. Our stops are about 2 or 3. Okay, we've taken some profits here. Got a nice runner. Okay, all of our stops are now in profit. So at this point, we're sitting at about a 5 tick stop loss. So we're gonna, since we're already up a couple $100 on this trade, we're gonna stay in this trade and see if we get a little bit of a runner here. Okay, everything looks strong here. We've got 3 bars on the histogram squeeze, making higher highs. The 550 Holy Grail is looking strong. All our signals are going up above the upper channel. Higher highs on the 133. This is a really strong 133 Holy Grail, folks. This is telling us that this guy is going to continue in an uptrend. So at this point, we're going to give this some room. Again, we got a 4 tick stop loss on our open opportunities, so we're okay with that. We've taken some money off this trade, so we're really hoping that we get a big bounce here, and see if we can get a little bit further into the money. Okay, we're sitting at a 3 tick stop loss, so we got a tight stop. Okay, it's coming down. See if we might get taken down here. It might want to come down and test this previous high, which of course now becomes support. You see a little bit of toppiness in the 133 squeeze. You know, so we'll know if we get taken out. We'll see the signal line on the 133 come down. Okay, we see maybe a possible little bit of a turnover. Okay, we just got taken out one of our last stops. Okay, we're getting some volume here. Okay, nice. Okay, we're going to tighten our stops. Oh, we got a great runner. See how far we can go here. Got a really nice runner. You can see our stops are going up. These last two contracts, folks, we've made 3 points in 2 contracts, so we're up. We've taken profits, and this trade alone we're up $600. We're near a new high a day. We might get taken out here. Let's see what shakes out. So again, I want to reiterate this is where people make the big mistake of trying to pick tops. We just can't do it. The number one ruin of traders is not using stops. The second one is trying to pick tops and bottoms. Whenever we do that, yes, it is a strategy, and it does work, but there's different ways to apply that. We really stick to our rule of trade what we see, not what we think. Our charts were telling us there's consolidation. We were still to the upside. We really didn't have any short signals. So we were just waiting to see what would happen. And as you saw, we broke to the upside. Again, factoring crowd sentiment that there's a lot of people that like to pick tops. They like to short. They're afraid to get in after the markets have run because they just think that things due for a pullback. Just not the case. Okay, so we're sitting on one contract. This contract is up 3 points or 30 ticks for those of you unfamiliar with the Russell. And we see another consolidation. We just put in a swing high on the 133. Little toppiness on the squeeze on the 550. So we might get taken out here, but this was a very, very profitable trade for us. Give it a few seconds. See how we end up. Survey says okay, we got taken out. Okay, so we one trade, 9 contracts, and we finish at a positive $990. That's pretty darn good, folks, for a very short period of time. I think we were in the market maybe 12 minutes. So again, to recap, strong upward bias for today. When we came in, the 1500 T showed us a consolidation period. No short signals of any nature telling us to counter trend trade or look for a reversal. So we looked at a consolidation pattern, broke to the upside, rode it out with our trailing stops, and we finished the day at $990 of gross profit. Good trading.